So today here at BCC Hardware, we're going to take a look at the HP Elite X3 phone from Hewlett-Packard. And while that's kind of a weird device to have at this time of year, there's a lot of reasons why the Elite X3 is a solid device. One is the fact that it comes with USB Type-C, which is the new connector used in all flagship devices. It comes with a great high-resolution camera, comes with a fingerprint sensor, and it also supports dual SIMs. We've got one SIM here. It supports dual SIMs or a SIM and a micro SD card. So we're going to slide that in with our local telephone company, as well as a little bit of an 8 gig storage card just for testing here, and fire this up. Now, what some people hate about this phone is the Bang & Olufsen kind of silverish trim here on the bottom for the speaker. And while I don't think it's my favorite part of the phone, it definitely, certainly isn't my worst favorite part of the phone. I mean, the speakers work fine. We haven't listened to a ton of movies with it, but as far as music go and stuff, it seems to work well enough. Right now on the device we do have a screen protector. The Elite X3 bundle, it comes with screen protectors, it comes with different cases, it comes with dock adapters for that Windows Continuum, which we'll be jumping into a little bit later. So overall this device actually boots up quite quickly. We're going to go through here things and just set a couple things up, walk you through it, so you can see what makes this device worth checking out, and why it probably, in my opinion, is the ultimate device for the business user. First of all, I don't know how good it will look on the video, but the screen is actually quite vibrant. There's nothing wrong with the screen at all. It's a 2.5K screen, so it's a very high resolution screen. I'm very pleased with it overall. And it supports those dual SIMs, as I mentioned before, where you've got SIM 1 for messaging 1, as well as SIM 2 messaging 2. And it's as simple as if you've got two SIMs on it and you're roaming, you can actually choose which SIM to use for what. Now in terms of SIM choices, you can actually jump into the settings and go through as far as network and wireless, mobile SIM, and you can choose in here just with a couple of sliders and a couple of options what you want each SIM to do. Whether they're my local SIM, I don't want to roam. When I've got a secondary SIM in it, I can say that one can roam when I'm in the US, which one uses data, and more. So that actually works really well. Mobile hotspot is actually pretty fantastic as well. It is maybe a little bit more robust and simpler actually to use than the typical Android mobile hotspot, which kind of feels weird for me to say as an avid Android user. But you can turn it on, specify your network name, your password, whether your hotspot is going to be a Bluetooth hotspot or a Wi-Fi hotspot is as simple as checking the radio button there. It works very, very well. One other thing here we'll go into about notification and wireless. So we're going to go under, that'll be under System, then we're going to go to Notification and Actions. You have the option right here to specify your quick notification slider, as well as you can turn notifications on or off for specific applications. And it's just as simple as sliding them on or off. Actually very intuitive, very impressed with that overall as far as notifications go. So other nifty features about this are when I actually log into my accounts on the phone through my Gmail, through my BCC Hardware email, as well as my Hotmail, all of my contacts show up in the People section. So Windows Mobile, Windows Phone 10 is able to grab those and put them into your People contacts. And actually when I'm sending a message, it actually works just very, very well. So as far as text notifications work, very basic on how those work. They just work great. And you can choose, of course, text sent on SIM 1 or text sent on SIM 2, which we had at CES. And the interesting thing is I use this phone pretty much exclusively for CES. And actually for the last couple weeks here at BCC Hardware, a lot of the articles I've written have been edited, written completely, and even the photo editing done on this device through Continuum, which we'll get on in another video. So full settings, very intuitive, make a lot of sense, especially if you're a Windows 10 user. And as far as launching games and applications, we'll actually swipe over it here and load up some Age of Empires Castle Siege. Maybe it was actually, server was down for maintenance a few moments ago. We'll see if it actually loads up here. But overall, as you can see, game load performance is actually pretty quick. It's signing us into the Xbox network here, and we're going to see if this actually loads us our title or not. And you got to remember, part of this is dependent on my Wi-Fi here at BCC HQ South. And you can see my Castle Siege Empire is going quite well, my Age of Empires Empire. So we're going to load up that. We've had some settings loaded. We're going to go load up another program here. We're going to listen to some Audible. Audible helps me survive commuting back and forth. It is a sponsor of Weekly Tech Update. It's a fantastic program. So we're going to load up a few different things there. As we've done now, we can load up our Xbox account there, which is kind of nifty how it integrates everything Microsoft into this one device. Kind of a fan of product convergence rather than divergence that we see in a lot of other areas. So with that loaded up, what I'm doing all that loading up of stuff is to show you guys how awesome quick task switching is on a Windows mobile device. Android kind of really set the bar as far as generally on an Android device. It's the bottom right of the screen there. You push that button, that launches your Quick Task Manager. This one, it's bottom left. You launch that with a long press to the back button, and then you've got access to all of the applications that you've done, and it's just as quick as jumping in to different things. I mean, it's very quick and easy to jump into different applications. We launch your calculator instantly. We can actually launch even back into our Age of Empires game that quick with enough memory. It's got enough memory to keep things going nice and smooth. So we're going to back out of there and switch to another task. Let's jump back into the Audible app there. Just instant task switching. Very good with this phone. One thing that other reviews have said is kind of the weak part of this phone is the camera application. Now, well, this camera application does have some lag from the shutter press. The fact is that it does support HDR, time-lapse, timer, flash, of course, and manual ISO settings, as well as manual white balance. It's actually a very robust camera app. The fact is, it is a little bit laggy when you take a picture. The picture isn't taken until the screen goes back to white again. So, you know, we're definitely seeing some lag there. In terms of video performance, though, it actually does quite well. It will shoot different aspect ratios. It will actually shoot 4K video at 30 frames, 24 frames, 15 frames, but it does top out any of the video recording modes at 30 frames. It is not a fast, high frame rate, slow motion shooter. This phone is developed primarily and marketed primarily for business users, and that's why the Continuum support is done so well in this device. It's got enough RAM, it's got a great Snapdragon 820 processor, it's got everything a person needs to get stuff done, which is why I was able to use this at CES for basically all of our coverage, which is fantastic. We'll be covering Continuum more on the HP Elite X3 with the bundle that we received here in another video. Stay tuned to BCC Hardware for all the review of this phone, the written review. These are just video highlights, but we've got lots more to discuss, including photo samples, video samples, and more. So check that out at bcchardware.com. And of course, if you have any questions about this video, please comment, post in the forum, or post here on the YouTube channel, and we'll answer those as best we can. This is Ben Hyde from BCC Hardware, once again with the Elite X3 from HP.